Hey guys, so for this week's mailbag video I got sent some fairly interesting little gold-plated metallic strips. These were sent from a subscriber, Chris, who is actually a native here in Auckland, and I believe what he got these off are from backplane boards and telecoms equipment, and they were actually wire wrap boards, and these little strips were basically used as a power bus on the pins. And yeah, so they definitely appear to be gold plated. We will have a quick look with the microscope and a little bit of 35% nitric acid to see how thick the gold plating is, and if it appears that it's very thin, I probably won't actually bother to go on with this video. But yeah, they've got some very strong magnets here, and as you can see they are only very weakly attracted, which means that it's likely going to be phosphor bronze or some kind of copper base metal that's happening here. Definitely not iron or covar or anything like that. So yeah, let's have a quick go at weighing these up and just see what he has actually sent, and then that we can kind of work out what the yield is a bit later on. So I'm going to put them on my big scale, because I think, yeah, so about 33 grams on the big scale, which is probably about as accurate as we need to be. So yeah, basically let's jump to the microscope and just put a little drop of nitric acid on there and just see what it does through the gold plating. If they end up being fairly hard gold plating or fairly thick gold plating, what I will do probably with these, I mean these are pretty much ideal material for reverse electroplating, but that's a little bit of a pain to set up, and seeing as we've only got 33 grams, I'm just going to go the old classic way of dissolving all of this, denoxing with sulfamic acid, and then either precipitate with sodium metabisulfite, and we'll see what the 33 grams of backplane bus bars end up looking like. Okay, back with you guys soon. Okay guys, so what you can see here is my pretty standard comparative test. I've got a little board that I know to be ENIG, so very thin gold plating on the bottom, and then I've got that little brass or copper gold plated strip sitting there. Applied some 35% nitric acid to both of these, and as you can clearly see, after about 5 minutes or so, got a very nice reaction happening through the ENIG plating. So we know that that's very thin, and no reaction seemed to be happening on the top there, even on the corners, which is quite nice. So yeah, it appears that the plating on those bus bars might actually be reasonably thick. So I think it's probably worth carrying on with the experiment. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've got a little bit of a reaction happening here already. I covered those bus bars in some concentrated hydrochloric acid, but there was already a little bit of nitric acid present from the test that I did under the microscope, so we've already got a little bit of a reaction as soon as it heated up. But let's give it a milliliter or so of nitric acid and just see. You can see there pretty clearly a nice vigorous reaction happening as the gold is dissolving. We're already getting a little bit of color in that solution. So yeah, nothing much exciting here. I'm going to let this run probably over quite a long time, just so keep the reaction under control. So this is probably going to take an hour or two to dissolve all that stuff. Just going to keep on adding nitric acid a little bit at a time until it's all dissolved, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, back soon. Hey guys, so I finished washing and drying that powder from the wire wrap bus bars, or the bus bars from the backplanes, and it's not much gold there, but it did actually drop very cleanly. So I think that stuff was pretty much pure copper with a thin amount of gold plating on it. We actually have a nice amount there. I think we should be able to measure that and then work out the yield on that stuff pretty well. So we'll just quickly get the old lie detector going. Make sure you guys can see what's happening. Zero that guy off. So, not really sure what we're going to see here, but my guess is going to be in the 0.2 gram-ish kind of range, seeing as that's what I seem to be getting a lot of these kind of videos. So let's see if we put it in there. 0.07, 0.09, 0.12, 13, 14, 15, 6, 7, 0.2, looking good. Let's get it all in there. Nice, that's actually a based on the fact that we started with 33 grams of that material, 0.37 grams is actually not too bad. So I'll just quickly do the math on that and then get back to you guys. Okay guys, time for some live math. So 33 grams of those bus bars gave us 0.37 grams of gold. So if we add 1,000 grams, 1 kilo of that bus bar, we would get X. 33x equals 370. X is equal to 370 divided by 33. So 11.2 grams, so that stuff is those bus bar, backplane bus bars are good for about 11.2 grams per kilo, which, considering that they are just plated material, is actually really good. It's actually not too bad at all. I don't think dissolving them is the way to go to get the gold out, but you know, maybe reverse electroplating or something like that, for which they'd be pretty well suited, would be a really good way. Anyway, I hope Chris from Auckland is happy with that result. I think he's got quite a few of those things, so yeah, that works out really well. Cool, catch you guys next time.